it's no worries whatsoever.
Phantom Assassin.
Alright, so Execration, kinda like that lineup. At the same time, Clutch Gamers have a lot going for them as well. Especially with that Slaughter, PA synergy, and Underlord, pretty good hero, just controlling the fights. You also have Armel, which there are not too many answers to, just in terms of his mobility, just being able to get in and out of fights. It's gonna be down to the Bane, for the most part, to try and account for that. We'll see how it works. Again, just a quick reminder, guys, this is an elimination series. Clutch Gamers, they are one loss away from dropping. Execration up 1-0 in this series. My name is Dragon Job. Please, Team Star Side here, Execration. And 5-man lineup. Pretty standard once again. Any mangoes? On this one on RR, but it's... Is that the bonus here today? I have no idea. I probably just picked it up himself. Items look great. Alright. All good. All these lanes shape up. Lifesteal should be alright against Underlord, especially since you went for the boots first. Able to just tussle with the supports a little bit. He cannot really fight man to man up against the lifesteal. That lane should be going well enough for Execration. Unless I just lose the hero straight up the bat here. The entirety of CG is here to just contest that Druid and Execration going a little bit deep. At the same time, lifesteal does have the rage available, so maybe you can make that work. Walking sideways like he knows what he's doing. 3-man wrap around. But, okay, yeah, they're going for a rune. Can I have the rage for it? Lumic can't though, so they gotta be a bit careful. Now the crush, Lumic's wrapping all the way around, gets a double crush. Lumic will win first blood here, Armel even coming in. Try and take it for himself, and he will be able to due to that. God damn it, Gabby, stop that. So annoying though, because I can't really see where he's walking. And he's just sitting sideways like that. But yeah. Good awareness there from CG and Boombox in particular, just walking around all the way. I mean, from that unexpected angle, so you can get the crush as well as the first blood. So that'll help Armel out quite a bit, as it is going to be a mid lane matchup. That's the other thing that we were talking about. Is, not really favored towards the Queen of Pain, because you cannot really make use of that Shadow Strike. It'll always be dodged by the phase shifts. Maybe worth putting an early point into it, so it's just more of a farming lane. We'll try and right click away at each other. Rush down bottom, trying to punish the Timbersaw here when RR doesn't have a lot of defensive utility here, and yeah, he's just gonna die. Green Potato makes rotation, only has the tree though, no avalanche, no toss, no anything. By solo tank as he is, should be able to walk away. Lumic still sitting inside though, could be an issue, but yeah, they look for him in the north of the trees, so he's slithering on out in the south. So far, so good. Top lane Jayo is also getting good amount of levels, especially with these support rotations forced out. Can't really maintain a lane equilibrium. Probably a lot more than you should in this lane. Again, mid lane should be a farming war, essentially. So here's right now with 70 damage, Armor with slightly better animation. What the hell? Alright, dying once is alright, dying twice like that is devastating, because now he has to walk back to lane. RR is still level 1. Even with Raining Potato there, but once again, what can you really do to treat level 1?
A soldier's fortune.
The answer is not a lot.
Illusion.
Wrap around there from Lumic, was maybe looking for the courier. Already making his way back. Not gonna be lucky here. Maybe he can make a play on Armel. He's hacking the tower. Very hard to make work. And especially, yeah, Illusion's scouting him out. Should be absolutely fine. Still level 1, so it does have the Brain Sap available for harassment, but no Nightmare. Just set up for extra nukes from the puck. To say that though, just got his level 2. Still gets the blink out before the orb hits. Does have a self to work. Bottom lane, Raging Potato still sticking around here, just trying to keep an eye on these supports. Tosses slides all back to the creeper. Meanwhile, RR should have an easier time going forward. He's level 2 now, but it's not really going to be enough. Coming in, the crusher stairs, the trees fall, and fly solo with a wraparound. Body blocks. Gonna fall again. Good amount of damage here with the whirling death. Raging Potato even coming to try and help with the avalanche toss, but now he's just dead too. Yes. Nothing more to say about this. They have strong heroes, but they need a few levels to get going, and they just don't have them right now. And that's a PA, Ogre, and Starlight. I can just keep brawling like that all day. If they will really want to. And, well, bit of an issue, but yeah. All of that continuing to feed into Clutch Gamers. But at least James is doing very well in mid. Trying to harass out Armor a little bit more. You have the extra attack range, I want to say. Not much of a difference there, but with the extra null talisman you now have a slight lasted advantage. And you have the easier nukes to land for harassment. Obviously, it's also part of the appeal of that particular matchup if you're the puck. Down bottom, again, this time he's under the tower. Lumic taking over as his guardian. Tiny, he's level 4, so that's the one good thing that came off of all of those. Raging Potato at the very least found his levels. For that extra opponent into the tree grab. Trying to know James. Max, I don't actually see him. Not sure if they saw him walk in, but as it stands, he's not gonna get this kill on RR. Maybe not though. 2 points of interactive armor. A whole different beast already. And they have to abandon this particular push. Boomback's low on health after the Whirling Death. He is a strength hero after all, so also comes into play. See, this is what you expect more. Like going on Timber Saw, but he survives because tanky, because he has reactive armor stacks. Level 1, it is manageable. Level 2 and onwards on that offset spell, much less so. So DG, they realize that. Focus their efforts elsewhere. James can't really kill him either though, unless you come in from the back when he's used the orb aggressively. And alright, that's part 1, but Boomback's, yeah, he's not in the right position. Might be able to secure a few runes here though. Top lane though. I mean, bottom lane is the only thing that's kind of a disaster for Execration. Already talked about mid and top lane. Okay, Lumic, he's dead now as well. Chappie just running him down with X slows. Let's have another dagger. They're diving very deep here, but we'll be able to secure it.
Assassination at its finest.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Radiant's top tower is under
Iron Band
attack.
for some reason. I'll probably that up for RR. Alright, middle lane. James actually stunned up by Fly Solo, trying to burst him down a little bit. Arnold does have the ultimate available with Lumic revealing himself. He had limits. Really won't throw it out just yet. James draws across. He cannot be caught by that. Instead, they go for Lumic. Toss it out there. Even hoping that we'll also catch James by the trees, but no such luck. So they get another kill, 7-0. So that part's still working out for Clutch Gamers. As I was just saying, the lanes in general, just in terms of CS, not exactly the way they want. James is winning mid, and top lane Lifesteal obviously has complete free farm. To get going on here, lost quite a bit of health. Now used that invest to get himself out of trouble. Happy make rotation. Putting Unlord down bottom. What I say is, at this point we can't really fight against Stimmus anymore. He has 3 points up in reactive. He's just not dying to death anymore. Instead, you just put in the Unlord. And Jail's gotten a lot of levels already up top. That's gonna get even more down here, and can just farm very safely with the Firestorm. Gabby even matching that rotation immediately, so... Execration will have none of that. Try and offset all the skill advantage that Chappie has. Just him not getting mana lasted just by by virtue of Timbersaw now being in that position where he's unkillable. Wrapping around though. 4 heroes is normally the magic number. That's still gonna be enough. Boommax with the crush. Let's get stick charges off and whatnot. But another timber chain. Duking a jive inside the trees. Another Burning Death. Another timber chain. There's no help coming though. Not just yet anyway. So they finally bring him down. Big potato looming way too far away. I think maybe TP into the tower even. Walk up with the toss into an avalanche.
Worthy tribute.
Perhaps even turn this around on 1-2 heroes. Well, don't want to take that chance up against the Queen of Pain. You know that there's no Shadow Strikes. You also know that all level Blink, very hard to lock down, and max level Queen of Pain. It's still a lot of damage even without the Sonic Wave. They needed James to rotate, but he just didn't feel like it, I guess. Rather finish up his Veil, which he will have now. He's finishing up these creeps. Execration is still setting up. Gabby's absolutely fine, and James is just doing as well in this game as he did in the last. Both of them up to 4.2k gold, give or take. And doesn't Chappie only at 3k. They are limiting it to Timbersaw, right? This is what it comes down to. The question is how valuable that's going to be. Still have the Tiny, right? He's getting his levels. He even has face boots to work with, so good harassment potential as well with the tree tosses around. You also have Lifestealer carry and everybody, because you can just infest into anything really. Doesn't even need to be a hero, it can just be a creep. And if you manage to toss it properly, then maybe you can get right on target with that. Top lane? Gonna go again. This time only 3 heroes. I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough. Gonna try here with a Sonic Wave, it will be.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, in this one. Games? This is Veil on Curry, I believe. Yep. Bunch of shit on the Curry, actually. Might be able to make use of that together with the Indus Rune to try and blow somebody up. Budget level 9, so Waiting Rift will have an extra point into it. We'll make only level 4, so overall, in terms of levels, these supports are kind of struggling. Boommax, at the very least, matching with his counterpart on the other side. Tiny's the big story. He's almost level 7 now. Just see what he can do. I mean, he's got the tree grab, the toss. Well, we'll be able to cleave down the creeps. Set up for the tower push.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Could be all good. TP into mid. Trying to defend that. Top lane. That's an Underlord TP. James is there in this. If they go on RR, well, never mind. They just go straight onto Chappie, or trying to anyway. RR will try and get that extra damage on point, but well, doesn't need to. James finishes up with a Waning Rift, but now Rush will be dodged here. Well played indeed. Does have stake charge as well as another orb in a second, but the stun, the follow, can he get it out? He needs to go all the way across. Not quite. The blink from Armel, actually, that goes all the way across. Trying to run him down now. Ring Potato though with the Avalanche Toss combination. That's at the very least enough control. Now the silence to burst down Armel. Now still very much alive and kicking. Trying to run down Fly solo with a shotgun flying across. Raging Potato getting himself a double kill with that. This time Execration show up and falls. James, oh god, he's gonna get another one. Boommax. What was he even still doing there? He was trying to finish up this pack, but even without a Yules, even without a blink, it's still so pesky, so hard to bring down. Living there by the skin of his teeth with those stick charges in the orb. Like if he orbs all the way across, actually, he just dies. But being forced to jaunt early, meaning he's in the river, only takes one right click from Queen of Pain. Actually saved his life there. So, very similar situation to last game. Gabby just getting whatever he wants. Nobody does this time, but that just means that he's much more able to fight going forward. He's working on his Desolator. Imagine, yeah, Blink Dagger very close to Puck 2, 400 gold away from James. Will make still not quite level 6. That's something that you look to try and get going ASAP.
are scanning.
That Fiend Strip can be super useful against, I guess, the PA as well if you need extra lockdown, but mostly the Queen of Pain, I guess. Just so that armor can blink across. Wouldn't say he's recovered just yet. Going for a pipe. Does he have to complete it? Alright, okay, he does it. Flying out on a courier, so not completely recovered in terms of net worth, but he does have some more levels to work with. Almost maxed out Ultimate Chain, Chakram, and it'll still do a lot of damage, and he's also taking a lot of attention in mid. They do burst down the Slaughter. Nightmare taken away by an illusion. James and Lumix sitting there at half health, but they should be fine. GG, no easy way to go in there. And there it is, the Blink Dagger. Desolator, 500 gold away, 550 or so. Just need to go for an infest gank without that, or just think reveal even only beyond that. Or just try to stay off the map as James. Ideally you want both of these items to line up. But you don't require to. I think at this point you have enough burst. Bring people down even without the Deso.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We'll see though.
Dire's structures
I think they've been spotted out by the sword. Spotted out now.
Dire's middle tower
So
has
unless if they don't click on James, obviously they still don't necessarily know, but the way this game's been going, Clutch Gamers should be aware of that, and they should be clicking heroes on a regular basis to check for these kind of item timings, so they realize, hey, Puck now has the blink. Gabby, alright, there it is. Desolator with that ancient, I'll have it. Now waiting for the timing. Clutch Gamers, what do they have against that? Mechanism about to be completed, but not quite yet. You try and dodge it out. Still need some more farm on their course. Like, they've fallen quite far behind. Phantom Assassin Chappie, he's going for the battlefield build. About 1,000 gold away now. Even that, it's more of a farming item than it is a fighting item. Wanted to do that, he could go for Desolator himself. Still very good against, like, Lifestealer. But Ring Potato. He has Zone Blink, by the way. Just saying. Max coming through here with a crush. Gabby with the rage here, turning things around. And now James coming through to burst down another. They lose Ring Potato. Don't be happy with that, especially if you can find some more. Jo pops the ultimate. Couple of seconds, but he's also taking enough to withstand that. 2 for 1 trade. Supports for support, but they're also going to be able to take down tier 1 tower. So map control shifting more and more in favor of Execration. Or at the very least equalizing it, considering that Clutch Gamers have been able to take down tier 1 mid a while ago as well. At the same time, they haven't been able to claim side lanes just yet. Execration holding on to all of those. And again, this is the big power fight. Games with the Blink Veil. Blink Tiny. Lifestealer with the Desolator. This is the point where we can just use Infest on cooldown to try and get kill after kill after kill. And if you're flancing the position, then we'll be able to claim towers eventually. Desolator also useful to just help along with that. Don't normally think of Lifesteal as a pushing hero, but can will away towers. Not the quickest, make no mistake, but you can do it. Worst comes to worst, you just rage up, hit the tower a couple of times, and then back off. In this game, you even have a tiny.
Top tower is under attack.
You can use some of these free charges to just walk away the tower, and that's minus armored up. Very effective indeed, if they have just a little bit of time to work with. Oh, RR is recovering. So this base amount of items sort of defines Arcane Boots TP scroll. Going for what? Okay, I should have been looking for that, honestly. My bad. There's a Slaughter going down again. James and Gabby this time working together. But yeah, RR, he's going straight for the Lotus Orb, so no Bloodstone or anything this game. Wants to be able to stand up in front of the inside of these team fights. Doesn't need to be the big damage dealer, right? If he's out of mana, well, tough luck. Just using Timber Chain and just still have a decent mana pool to work with. But his job is just to be tanky and divert attention from these other heroes. What CG have? Alright, they picked up the Bloodstone, they also picked up the Orchid. Finished things a little bit. Got another Meat Reaper and Raging Potato though. 3 heroes up top, they're going in. That's a crit. Amplify damage. Alright, that's a free kill. They still see Raging Potato walking forward. Another drone. Oh, that's that's some anime shit right there. Chappie hits him so hard that he gets bounced back to his teammate. That's a bit hilarious, but hey. That'll work. If you get these crits with the amplify damage, it's that strategy that they win for that we were talking about in the draft. Once they get the Blink Dagger and Boombacks, it's also going to be useful for them. Right now though, in terms of the objectives, it's still trading tier 1 for tier 2, which is not ideal in the best of times. So now they want to fight it. Immediate silence onto the Underlord, he gets blown up immediately. Everyone else keeping in one by one. I'm going to focus on Timbersaw with a couple of crits here on top of the Corrosive Haze. They should be able to bring him down, and they do. Yeah, that's a 1-for-1 trade. They don't even get the tower top. In deny range, I don't think the creeps will be able to finish it just yet. No, not quite. Games, he's still in here. Doesn't Gabby with him. So Clutch Gamers went on there. Then Execration was so ready for the turnaround play. Be going a minute. Yeah, the smoke up on Rage Potato and Lumic. Quick break. Unless someone's on the high ground. If you blink correctly, yeah, Boomx still going away already. Oh, mid lane though. Oh, Lumic. Yeah, not Lumic flies solo this time. Lumic goes zero last game. Man. A bit confused there. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. They have the Tiny, they have the Desolator. Look at this tower fall. 4 range creeps also helping. So fast. Alright. Potato going for the Shadow Blade next. So classic mobility build on these heroes. Lifesteal, he's the one going for the AC. Makes a lot of sense. Need that extra armor to work with. I'm just using the Infest on cooldown. This one has been spotted out though. There's a Radiant Ward up near the Ancients. So Touch Gamers shouldn't really expose themselves to anything. That being said though, it is nighttime. They not sure if they actually saw a rotation. If you walked to the north of that one little tree, then they didn't. And once again, Fly Solo might be the target. Instead, they want to try and go for armor. They get the silence off. Couple of right clicks here, and hasn't quite. He snaps the call. He will be able to heal up on the shrine. So, well, Execration a little bit too deep. Rage TP, or just normal TP, so Rage expired. Lifesteal just leaves James to die, which that's not ideal. Underlord just taking people to the top shrine. Try and wrap around from straight up TP from Gabby. Taking with him. He'll be able to run him down. Look how long it still takes him. He has 5 heroes to kill him. Crazy. Yeah. Little bit of indecision there. Execration didn't have full vision of that particular area, I believe. Or maybe they saw Fly Solo, and then they also saw saw Armel. But hey, alright, let's go on him instead. They almost got him. The coil snap almost wasn't enough. Didn't mention we had to survive, heal up on the shrine, and rejoin the party, and then no. All the follow-up is gonna get an Aegis in their hands too. Raging Potato. I'm looking to claim it immediately here with a follow-up together with Gabby. And well, so much for that. I get to reach and move for our strongholds, so back to full mana. Not that it means much, only has a 500 mana pool. What? Okay, I was not ready for this one. Oh, the thing was over, but I need to catch armor up top too. In silence, still very strong. Wind of Pain with that Orchid build. Not been able to itemize against that just yet. So BKB is in the works, 300 gold away. But it obviously didn't really help in that situation. And now that tier 2 is also gone. Potato doesn't have another tree. Not the talent yet either, that's 20. rather long cooldown. But yeah,
Radiant's
again,
top tower has fallen.
this late lifestealer does work well enough. Also getting very close to the AC. It's another 700 gold or so, they don't have it completed. And that'll be just in time for when they want to push high ground. Maybe a little bit too early here, depends on whether they want to wait for the next Rosh or not. Like the pressure is still on Clutch Gamers to like build a little bit more momentum. You have Gabi in a decent position, right? He has a BKB of his own. Does have the crit potential, level 2 now. BKB done on armor, so yeah, that's the timing that they're gonna look towards. Have the blink on the Slaughter. Just picked it up too. Gonna be a smoke with that as well as the BKBs. Clear through division 2. There's another wall to the side. Do a few heals walking in this direction. Execration, read the map well enough. Look at themselves. Solo kind of isolated the Shadow Blade going into this. They did spot it out. They do get the stun off. Gabby just drops out, flies solo. Well, that's dead tiny. Gabby has to walk away now. Almost over Chakram, not really doing too much. They're still gonna try and fight. Fiend's Grip will be interrupted though with a crush. Bane will fall. Gabby trying to arm the tower. That's not gonna work. Ammo blows him up with a max range Sonic Wave, and Chappy still looking for more. Gives it to Machin across, but they've plenty of built it themselves. That's a double kill for Arwell. 4 heroes down in total. Execration just being swatted down. These smoke rotations, just tactical play there. A little bit better from CG. Quick thinking there from Fly Solo. I mean, smoke breaks, the Shadow Blade just a tiny bit too late. He didn't catch a glimpse of them there, then, well, straight up doesn't place a sentry, he gets blown up instead. Maybe that fight turns out different. Since they get 4 heroes, they get bottom tier 1, they unload TP to the top lane. That could be killing this tier 2 as well. Catapult wave coming was a while out now. Okay, avalanche, toss. Silver combo there, Boomax still alive though now to turn on again, Ready Potato. Nothing throw against that. Level 2 grow, only 10 armor. The craziest amount here. Kane, be careful, slow down still. Chappy just going kill after kill. Same for armor, they're just taking turns really. Yeah, with the rage, where he has to. Oh, the bash comes through of Chappy! With that. Crush as well. God, this is just going from bad to worse. Boomax still alive somehow. Now RR in the front lines. James too late to the party. Closed on the coil, but didn't even care. Not really. We're going to try here. RR gets the timber chain back up to the high ground. RR still ends up falling. So much lost here for Execration. Look at the graphs. Look at that graph. 4k. Down to 2k in favor of CG. Might not seem like too much. Look at the experience here, that tells the story a little bit better too. I was saying, Clutch Gamers build some more momentum, that's exactly what they did. Get these big item timings with the BKBs. And put a blink deck on Slaughter, they're able to put that to use immediately. Now, the onus is an Execration to try and stabilize, figure out what they need to do. Shadow Blade now on Kane, that's uncommon. Looking for some more invis initiation of their own, I guess. The thing is, I mean, this Tiny, he's been kind of picking up that free roll, or that second free roll together with the Timber Saw at this point. Blink, Shadow Blade, like he's looking to walk up, scout out, provide vision, provide lockdown, provide burst, but it hasn't really been on point. Even Boomax on the last fight didn't straight up die. Then Reed Potato just got absolutely murdered after the fact. Okay. Amplify damage, Chappy running on you. Nothing you could do. I'll look for him again. They did see him push our bottom lane. They do see him again now, and he's keeping out and should be fine. Makes a little bit too far away for the blink rush. Alright, so the smoke being dodged for now. Long another line though. It's Their vision down bottom makes sense for them to continue fighting here. Dota ward's about to expire, they can still use that to walk in, place another one, and maybe find 3 kills. 1120 crit.
Worthy tribute.
So map Execration to try and put on some pressure there. And still not back for a while. So they can actually threaten the high ground here. I think Clutch can just twice about continuing. They did quite have to creep up there, so this tier 2 will be absolutely fine. A little bit of free damage done here. Now they only force Underlord back, and he can pull to right back to the rest of his team. And this is not something they expected. They just thought that more than that would go back, but CG, you say no, it's fine, Underlord can just deal with that. Gonna take another free kill and another free tower because we're sticking around a little bit longer. Patience is a virtue, and Clutch Gamers certainly telling us that now. Showing us how useful it can be. Where to go from here? Abyssal Blade next on the list for Chappie. Blow people up so fast. Big issue. Minus 15 armor from Corrosive Haze, minus 4 as well from the talent from Chappie. He's still sticking around here. 3 heroes walking in. But yeah, I think they scouted them. Alright. Got the AC completed. Execration. They need to find some sort of 5-on-5 engagement where they get the upper hand by actually blowing somebody up with that Invis bomb. We haven't seen that in a while, just because Clutch Gamers were the ones who just been a little bit quicker, a little bit better with the movements. Reading the map just a tiny bit better than Execration is. Yeah, Echo Saber actually the most tiny. Rather late one, but it does amp up your damage output quite significantly. Avatar has 2 hits. It ought to be enough to really just kill heroes like Yoga Magi or Boomax. They have a good old amount of health points between them. Underlord TP to the Shrine. That'll be scouted out by this ward. Yeah, smoke being broken immediately as well. And Execration? That's a good gambit for them. Going straight into Roche Pit. It's medium respawn time, 1.5 minutes left. Alright. It's a good start, right? Try and break the momentum. Try and take the speed out of the game, farm up the next couple of items. And get the Axe or James, which is useful. But you can see BKBs, like yeah, catch Armor in the coil, you can just BKB and you need to blink and walk out. Same for Chappie, right? These are heroes that rely on mobility. This Axe coil, if they're not aware of that, if they just calculate it a little bit in the heat of the team fight, that can make a huge difference. But it might also not matter at all if you're just fighting in a tiny area to begin with, like say around a tower. Lots of the Bloodlust. Happy is gonna be happy about that too. And don't think they want to defend this tier 2.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Large Gamers. Following the Book of Dota. Cure the lanes, push them out. Wait for Roshan, get Aegis, get Cheese. And then go for the high ground push. Execration, don't want to let it get to that point. They see one. With the Invis rune in the back. Top down the sentry, haven't revealed himself yet, but if they go on anyone, then he's just gonna be there with the Blink Crush to turn things around. Abyssal Blade completed now. Chappie, he's so freaking farm actually. 19k net worth, 17k on armor, only 15 to 14k in there. They initiate themselves onto James, gets heals off. Chappie now pops the BKB. Couple bashes here, right clicks. Abyssal Blade, Gabby forced to walk out. Just abandoning this fight, are they? Yeah, looks like it. 1-for-1 trade here. They did get boombacks, but at what cost? Lumik. Well, been late a little bit longer with a Nightmare. But he loves RR. Timbersaw just doesn't feel tanky at all this game. This last big PA just running circles around them. And hey, guess what? Roshan's up this time. With one more hero on the field. Makes it a very easy kill. Without the amplified damage. It's kind of the crazy part about it. Trying to things around. James just revealing himself. On the Lord TP to the Shrine. Jo can knock him down for a little bit. Armor needs to follow up with the Euls. Walks it up, uses the Euls now. Well, Armor with the Orchid. Countered by the Euls. But they had enough lockdown afterwards, so hey. Couldn't get the blink out. That's another freebie. Gonna lose Aegis and Cheese. And unless there's some sort of miracle happening, I don't see Execration. Okay, this could be it. Get Ogre. Get a little bit of damage done to do tier 3, but Lumik's got the amplified damage up for turn invis, so free kill for Armor. That wasn't worth it either. And in high ground defense, maybe there's something that you can do with that Axe Coil, with Tiny perhaps finding a good lockdown chain. Maybe Dutch gamers overextending. No game's unthrowable, but it's very, very hard. I think Execration have to rely on DG messing up at this point. Well, with the Lotus Orb, can't quite abyssal him just yet. They already used it anyway. Need that amplified damage to just really bring him down, but don't necessarily need it for the main. Lumik does get the Nightmare off just barely. Can actually turn this into something. Chappie pops the BKB, turns things around, gets the instant bash on the lifesteal now. Silence onto Armor, closes off with the BKB. Now the Fiend Script though onto Chappie, not enough. Lumik down, Gabby trying to Armor toggle. Game's taken over here. In the middle is Timbersaw. He just doesn't do anything now. He's a glorified melee creep. That's what he is right now. Double kill for the Queen of Pain, and yeah, this is looking more over than ever. There it is. Blink, instant stun with that Abyssal Blade. Not quite enough damage here. No crits in this one. There it is. Crit on a bash, I believe. So, 1-by-1 there fall. Good game is called, and clutch game is. Just a timing victory. Blink Dagger, BKBs take one big fight. Execration, we're not ready for that angle. So, they lose.